Okay. Okay, so I'm going to be recording it because that's going to be one of the things I'm going to send you guys all a recording, because as you said, Steph, it's about, I think it was Steph that just said about the relationships, right? So I've asked everybody to send me their bio. If you haven't done that yet, please send me that. I'm going to be putting that together tonight and sending it to you guys, because then you can go back and say, oh, who was that person again? And remember, look at their picture, remember who they were. You'll have all of their contact information there and stuff. And I'm really, really going to be stressing and encouraging people in these meetings to build those relationships. This is just about, you know, the initial meeting, right? The initial kind of wetting your vessel, and then it's up to you guys to reach out to each other, and kind of along the same lines as BNI and the other networks, because that's what I used to do. I was in a motorcycle accident a few years ago. Before that, for years in my community, I ran a speed networking event. It had just started as a meetup. I was actually watching TV one night, and the lady went on a speed dating event, and I was like, oh, that would work for networking, because, you know, there's all the issues about, you know, how do you approach somebody, especially if you're introverted, and meet them, or if you get caught in a conversation and they're doing all the talking and you want to extricate yourself out of that, how do you do that? So I thought speed networking would work really well, and so I ran that for like almost 3 years, and it was really, really successful. So then now that I'm getting back into business and it's all online, well, the natural progression was maybe a speed networking online, because like you said, Keith, it's that dance, right? And so this gets rid of all that, right? So I'm going to be really encouraging people to reach out to each other afterwards. Obviously not to spam each other. It's all about building the relationships. You know, we all know that people buy from people that they know, like, and trust. So if we get to know each other, and, you know, if you come back and people will start to see you repeatedly, and use each other's services where we can, refer each other's services where we can, go on each other's social media and engage with each other, and just do everything that we can to help each other, because we all know that, you know, what you give comes back to you tenfold. So that's what this is all about. And this is really going to be my business. I mean, there's a couple of things that I promote, but at this point, I'm not even going to really be promoting them too much. It'll be in my bio if you want to go and check it out. But this is my baby here. So, okay, so the way the format's going to work is we're going to all have, did everybody watch the video? We're going to have 2 minutes to first talk about yourself, and then we'll go around again after, and I've got my timer here. So we're going to do 2 minutes, okay? What I'll do, actually, I meant to have my little bell. I'll just do this when you got 30 seconds left, okay? And then after everybody's had 2 minutes to introduce themselves, then we'll have another 3 minutes to talk about your business. Okay, and then I'm going to actually use you guys as guinea pigs tonight, because I've never done the breakout rooms, but I've been watching videos about it today to do breakout rooms. And I thought, after we're all done this, so we'll all have our 2 minutes, then 3 minutes, then I'm going to have a little draw, and I'm going to be giving away a spotlight. So next time you come back, it'll be a 5-minute spotlight that you'll be able to do a screen share and a spotlight on your business. And then I'm also going to be giving you all of you a set of free wireless hair earbuds. So I'll send you the link to that. You can claim. They're actually $199 premium wireless earbuds. All you have to pay for is the shipping and the taxes. It's $19.95. And they're good earbuds. I got somebody the other day sent me pictures that had received them. So, and that's just my thank you for coming here, because an incentive program is actually what I've been promoting as a way of giving away prizes and stuff like that to people. All right, and then after we're done all that, then we're gonna break off into breakout rooms if I can figure out how to do it. And there'll be like 5 minutes each that you'll get to talk to each other, and then come back into the room, and then I'll break you off again for another 5 minutes, and we'll do that 3 times. So you'll be able to do a one-on-one for 5 minutes with each other. How does that sound? I thought it would be kind of, okay. Okay, perfect. So why don't we get started then? And Steph, we'll start with you. And you've got 2 minutes. Let me get my timer out here. Should have had it on. Okay, so tell us about Steph.
Okay, so I'm Steph Shinneberry, and I'm a nurse anesthesiologist and artist, which is really what I always wanted to do, and ended up spending 30 plus years in the medical field, and kind of like accidentally found myself online about 3 years ago. Really started a business and got super burned out, and this year kind of backed up and decided, you know, what's going on? What is it that I really want to do? What's going to get me excited to get out of bed in the morning? And so I've spent a lot of time like journaling and doing a lot of self-inquiry. Decided I got really out of shape. I'm an avid cyclist. I decided to get back in shape on my bike. I'm about to do my first 100-mile ride in 2 years. Oh. And decided to get back in my art studio. So I don't have a lot of time for that. I'm trying to exit the nurse anesthesiology position right now, trying to get the business, you know, up and running full time. But I get in there when I can, and it's such a great, it's like my flow area. It's my happy place. So I love spending time in there and spending time on my bike. Through all of this self-inquiry, I actually came up with a process that helps others to do their thing. So, and I can talk about that in the next segment or whatever.
Okay, awesome. Are you finished?
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Do you have children or married? Or
I do. I have a daughter that's 30. She'll be 32 next week, actually, and she's still trying to figure it out. I really want her to do something entrepreneurial because she just doesn't really fit the work mold. She's trying to figure that out, and she loves doing stuff with plants. So that's what, hopefully we can get her doing something with that.
All right. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you. So, Keith, you're next, my friend.
My name's Keith Hawkins. I've been a truck driver for 17 years. I got started dealing in the home-based business 21 years ago. Back in 1999, buddy contacted me about Quickstar. I don't know if you ever heard about the Amway Online Quickstar thing. I don't even know if that even exists anymore. And in the past, was that 21, however how long ago that was, 21 years ago. I've been in probably a dozen different industries, businesses online, both affiliate and multi-level, and other things. I've done a lot of stuff, tried to do a lot of things. Had a little bit of success here, a little bit of success there, but nothing residual. And I know that's the reason we all get in this industry is not for some hit and run success, but to be able to get that residual income. It's going to give you a laptop lifestyle to do whichever you want to do without having to walk into a job every day and do something that nobody likes to do their job. I've been trying to get out of truck driving several times, and it's just never been successful. Like the movie says, every time I get out, they pull me back in. I can't quote it very well. I had a wreck a few months ago, so I'm still kind of feeling rough about that. I just got back to work a few weeks ago, and driving this truck is painful when your shoulder's bummed out. And every time I have to reach over and lift something, my shoulder screams at me and says, "That ain't good. That ain't good." Anyways, no married, no kids. I ain't had time between college, military, truck driving, all that crap. Never had time. I ain't been on a date in 17 years because of this darn truck. That's the reason I want to get out of it. I feel like you can't have a life driving this truck. But anyway, because this year has been so challenging, I used to do a whole lot of businesses, a lot of different things trying to be successful. And because this year has been so challenging with losing my job, COVID, having that wreck, I hate COVID for a while. I've just kind of let everything slide by, and I'm just now starting to get back into the groove of things. And so this is perfect timing for this meeting here, because actually it was just this week that I felt like I was stable enough to start thinking about my business again.
Awesome.
And I got this new opportunity here.
All right. Well, thank you. Thanks for sharing. Heather, it's your turn.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Heather, and I am a wife and a mom of 3 girls, and I homeschool them, and I was a homeschooler before it was cool or mainstream. So that's just something we've always done. And see, initially, kind of like Steffi, by trade, I went to school for forensic psychology. I worked for the county courts. I worked for the county sheriff's office. I worked for the mental hospital. I did a lot of work for 12 years, grueling, day in, day out, on call all the time, work. And about 9 years ago, my husband got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer at 40. So he was actually the youngest person in our area that ever been diagnosed with that. And so our lives literally just stopped at that point. So he used to fly with Delta, and we had a limo service, and I was working at the sheriff's office. So we had a lot of great things going, and we did a lot at a young age, and we were very driven. But just when you think you have it all figured out, life can just hit you right in the face. Like Keith said, you think you're going fine, and then something crazy happens, and the rug gets pulled out from you. And we just weren't prepared, And so we survived. We dug ourselves out of that hole and all of that crisis. And so that's kind of, I'll tell you later, why I do what I do, was from those experiences.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, boy, I can relate with the life hitting you out of nowhere, that's for sure. Okay. Crypto Ray. I love that.
Good evening, everybody. How you doing? My name is Ramon Del Villar, but I go by Crypto Ray. As you can see, I like cryptocurrencies. But let me just tell you, I'm married. I'm 46 years old. I live in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, home of the Amish. I'm originally from New York City. Like I said, I'm 46 years old, and I got bit by the networking bug back when I was like 19 years old. And my first exposure was Amway. Okay.
I think
So
that's for most of us.
yeah, man. And I fell in love with the structure idea, the idea of building a team, and everybody at one point winning. Because of course when you first start out, things are tough, you know what I mean? But if you hang in there, you can build something incredible. So by trade, I'm a laborer, factory worker. I got a year of college, but it didn't go well for me, and I just threw myself into the whole factory scene. And when I knowing about network marketing, I was like, wow, that is really the one of the chances that a factory guy has to actually become wealthy, or at least financially comfortable. You know what I mean? And I thank God that I never gave up. But I did move away from the product-driven network marketing arena, and I'm more into investments. So with that being said, I'll share with if I get a chance, I'll share with you what it is that I do. But I think this whole thing is a really good idea, just to meet people, and not always sell each other.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Gluffy.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. My name is Blessy T. Brown, originally from New York City. And while I was there, I was always this person always looking for something to do. In New York, nothing ever sleeps. So I always kept myself busy for years, right?
Mhm.
It came a time I graduated high school. I worked all throughout high school. And, it came time to go to college. And I didn't know what I wanted to go to college for. So I just worked a whole year. My brother built me a computer. It was the first computer I ever had with AOL dial-up. And I was just researching a whole bunch of things online because I'm like, hey, the encyclopedia is limited, but the internet is not,
Mhm.
And came across a man called Bill Gates. And I said, I want to be like him. Like, this man just does all of this stuff. I'm a very creative person. I like to put things together, try to figure out how it works, or, try to make something pretty. So I eventually went to school for computer sciences. while I was there, I didn't have any like loans, no grants, anything. The person that saved our college fund, they died and took the money with them. And that's when I got into Avon. Avon was products we used my whole entire life. And I started selling it. So that's how I got into the industry. And I sold Avon for maybe about 19 years. And during that time, I got into an MLM, which was travel, because we traveled all the time. So I do everything that's natural to me, or things that are a part of my lifestyle. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of time already. Okay. So going to a little bit like what Keith was saying, about meeting people online and moving business to online, everything became so spammy, and that wasn't who I was as a person. So I started learning attraction marketing and learning how to brand myself and not represent the company, but represent me, because I'm the person that people are doing business with. So I think my time is up, but we could talk a little bit more later on.
Absolutely. That's great. Okay. Well, thank you guys all. So my turn. So a little bit about me. I'm a Christian, I'm Canadian, and actually I'm a Messianic Christian. And I've been into network marketing and affiliate marketing, online marketing, and I was also an event planner, and I did a community event, a speed networking event, as I mentioned earlier, until back in 2016. My husband and I were in a serious motorcycle crash. He was hospitalized for over a year, or almost a year. I became his caregiver. So I put everything on hold, gave up my business, everything. When he came back home, it was a whole different situation. It became very abusive. It was horrible. So the next few years, everything just kind of fell apart on me. My mom got cancer and watched her die. My husband became very nasty, left me and took everything, except for my 10 Bitcoin that somebody else took. And then also the father of my children had a heart attack, and I had to take him off of life support and bury him. So it was really a time of hitting bottom and finding God more than ever before. And so about the past 6 years, past 6 months, I've now, just me and my daughter, gotten into a great little apartment, and the network marketing, the online stuff has really been good for my head, getting myself back together. And with the noisy, trying to get everybody's attention online, I thought, couple weeks ago, I thought, gotta do a speed networking event, gotta do it online, because I just love bringing people together, and that'll give me that purpose again and be able to heal. And so that's what I'm doing, and just ready to finally achieve the dream. So that's about it for me. So
Sounds like kind of in my situation, we're just within the last few weeks and months, things are starting to come back together again.
that's awesome. Well, what I said throughout all that time when I was going through all that, I just kept, like I said, I got a really, really strong faith. It became 10 times stronger. And I just kept saying that, without all those trials and tribulations, there's no victory, there's no growth, right?
Yes.
And there's no testimony. So now I'll have all three. So, all right. So why don't we go the other way this time? And Heather, we'll start with you. And you've got 3 minutes, my friend, to tell us about your business.
Okay, so after going through some really hard times, and we still have hard times because his body's completely different and will be forever, but we're just grateful he's here. The doctors tell him you're on borrowed time, so keep it, but he's been on borrowed time for 9 years, so we've already beat every odd that we can possibly beat at this point. So we're just grateful for that. But so 3 years ago, I started getting to the point where things were somewhat manageable with, the girls and him, to where I could start looking at doing something again. And so I started my journey, and I tried a couple, like all of you said, a couple different things, and trying to just figure out what I could do from home, because the reality is I need to be able to be home, because he can have bad days, and if he has a seizure that day, I can't rely on someone else to take care of the girls. So I have to be able to do it from here. And so long story short, I happened upon my neighbor who lived next to me. I knew that, he did financial planning, and his wife was an accountant and stuff like that, but I didn't know really exactly what they did. And so I started the process. I had to get licensed. So I'm not just I am licensed life insurance agent. I'm licensed for financial planning. So I actually have the state and national certificates for all of that stuff. But my group that I've started now recently is called Financially Focused Families. And so what I try to teach people to do is to be properly protected and prepared for life, and not just for things to go wrong, but for things to go right. Because really, one of two things happen: you die too early, and you need your family to be supported, and you need to be able to sleep at night knowing that if you're not here, things are going to be taken care of. And the kids are still going to get to go to college, and things are still going to get to happen when you're not here. Or you're going to live too long, and you need to know you have enough money to live, into your 90s or 100, right? So, and that's a balance, trying to figure that out. And so I initially started this journey just trying to get myself re-prepared. We exhausted everything making it through. So what I focus on with families and with clients, just so you guys know, in case you guys need help with this or you have someone that does, is to get them properly protected first, and then try to sit down and do an individual plan with them that'll teach them where they're at, where they need to be, and where they want to be, and then map out a way to get there. So I don't want people just to come buy insurance for me, or just sell them a financial plan, or sell them an education plan. I want them to have peace of mind and an actual direction as to where they're going, and education to understand, because a lot of times we buy these products blindly. We have no idea what they mean. We don't know what the fine print is. We trusted whoever sold it to us. And I personally have been messed over in those situations. So I want people to understand what they're doing, and how to move forward in a positive way, because we all work hard for our money, and we definitely want that residual income, like some of you mentioned, to be working for us. And there's certain investments that can do that. And then also understand how to use those investments properly.
Thank you. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I could talk all day about it, so you got to stop me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Passionate about what you do. Sure. Glessy.
Yes. Okay. So continuing the story a little bit, dealing with the network marketing industry, and also some of the direct sales. I've come across myself where we were told that we had to be a certain way in order to be successful, and turn us into robots, with scripts and all of these different things. And at the time I was working a job, and the job was so stressful that I actually started to have anxiety, palpitations, everything like it. I was working in the healthcare industry for 18 years, and it made me sick. And I started coming across more people like me. They didn't want to go to work. They, was stressing out. And I said, there has to be another way that we can still do what we love, make enough money to survive, take care of our loved ones. I take care of my senior mom and my two little puppies. And that just led me to where I am today. I am an affiliate marketer, but I help people be themselves, be their own brand, and use the products that they have in order to provide value to different people, in order to help them generate income and learn at the same time, because I'm a big advocate for learning and education. And I feel that we should know what it is, or we should be a product of our product before giving it to someone else. But most importantly, to just be genuine. How I met you, Carrie, I just found you somewhere on Facebook, and I reached out and I just started talking to you, as a human being. I'm not trying to, everything isn't for everybody. I don't try to sell people stuff. If I have something that I can help them with, then so be it. But it's all about the connections and relationships, and similar to like what she's doing here. She may not have something I want. She may not want something I have, but we connected all of us together, and this is the way that we can now meet other people that we're able to help. So in a nutshell, that's what I do for a living.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We still have another minute.
Oh, wow. I got a whole minute.
Yeah, like 45 seconds if you want to go.
So with that, another thing that I do is I help people build the authority. I was talking about value, providing value on what you do, your services and things like that. Most of the time we're taught like, join me, buy this. And my question is always, why? Why should I? You haven't given me any piece of value that would make me be interested. Oh, now I got 30 seconds. So I also help people, create digital ebooks. As I said, I was creative. Ebooks, they could also build courses if they like. And it's basically just putting them out there and sharing their gifts and their value with the world.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. So one of the things that we were talking about last night is how one of the things I think that we're going to be able to get out of this group is being able to refine our commercials, right?
Yeah.
All right. So next, we've done Heather and Glessy, right? So Ray.
Okay, so let me jump on it real quick. As I told you, I started in network marketing, and what I found was that in order for you to succeed, you had to recruit, in order for you to succeed, and then you had to sell, right? Unfortunately, with a lot of the companies, and please, no disrespect to anyone, but some of the companies obligated you to do a, how do you say, a monthly rebuy, or a monthly auto ship, right? An auto ship. And I found myself being broke, barely scraping up the money to join the company, and having an auto ship to stay qualified. And I didn't like that format. And about 4 years ago, I was introduced to the whole investing online type situation, especially with crypto, and I haven't looked back there ever since. But last year, and here it is, I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of things out there that crumbled, that were false, and that were really not for real, and they ran with your money. But just recently, last year, I found my home, and I'm earning income, and I'm helping others do the same, and they come in, they jump on one time, and they start earning from within 24 hours automatically. Okay. And there's no auto ship. You don't have to pay anything out of pocket anymore, and you don't have to recruit. And then what I like about it is, since you're already earning, you don't have the pressure of, you don't have that pressure of recruiting or bringing somebody in. Like, I have to get you in here because I earn a commission when you come in. It's that pressure's off because you're already winning. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm about, and I try to show people, what it is that I have. I share. Now I share. I don't recruit. I don't hold a gun to nobody's head, and I let them know what I'm doing and the success that I'm having. And if they like it, they proceed. And if not, I'm still cool. I'm still cool. It's like, I make money whether you join me, whether you don't join me, whether the sun comes up or goes down. I'm good. So, and that takes the pressure off. That's what I like.
Mhm.
That's,
All right.
that's it.
Great. Crypto is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes,
love
it is.
crypto too. I wish I still had my 10 Bitcoin.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I had 10 Bitcoins myself.
I bought it when it was $2,500 back in 2019. I bought 10 of them from my settlement after the motorcycle accident. 2 months later, they were gone.
Oh, wow.
Oh my, I'm sorry to hear that.
Like you said, there were a lot of scams out there, and I got caught up in the biggest one of 2019 was apparently a wallet that was supposed to do trading for you. And
Yeah.
99% of the stuff out there is scams. I've lost $15,000 in crypto scams.
yeah, you have to
last
be
few years.
really, really careful.
Yeah.
Give away custody of your funds is the biggest thing I learned. So,
Exactly.
okay, Keith.
Yeah. Like Heather, I think you're probably either talking about Primerica or HGI, with what you're talking about with finances and life insurance. Last year when I lost my job, I found out about HGI, which is that's not what I want to talk about. But I got my life insurance license and started playing with that, but I kind of set that on the back burner, and maybe I'll pick it up again. But what I'm excited about right now that I'm starting to get back into the industry, and work on my business again. I just found out about this new app that's coming out next week. They just got authorized by I might just blanked out Google, the regular phones a few weeks ago, and Apple just authorized the app just a couple of days ago. And so right now they're in beta, and next week they're going to launch the app, evidently. But what the app does is that everything you have on your phone, most people don't know that just about every app on your phone, especially all the free apps and stuff, the way they make money and the way they survive is because they share your info with everybody else in the world.
Mhm.
Everybody does that, or all the apps and that stuff do that these days. That's how Google's a multi-billion-dollar company, is they give everything away for free, but the way they make their money is they share your data.
Mhm.
And they make hundreds of millions and billions of dollars by your data. Your data is worth that much money. So this one guy, he has a company and made millions of dollars sharing people's data. And he decided he wanted to launch this app and help other people to at least get a little bit of a piece of the action. So he's honest. That's what the whole app's for, is so you can share your data. It's not personal data. It's just generic data that says this phone was in this place along with 100 other people, so that they can sell the data to for marketing purposes. What it does is just having that phone in your app pays you $5 to $25 a month. Not a big deal, but it's something, because we all have a couple hundred apps on our phones that we don't even know what they do, and every one of them is sharing your data. Well, most of them are sharing your data. And this is just another app that's going to be on the phone sharing data, but you're going to make a small paycheck out of it. But they have an affiliate program. The app's free to download, but every time you share the app with somebody, you get paid $1 per person per month. And so that's for free to do that, to share, just to talk to people about this app and get $1 per month. And then if you want to be in the affiliate program they have, it's $10 and you get a second level, and then it starts to grow from there. And nothing huge, but just in the long run, it can be some big money and residual. But that's it. Nothing really exciting.
Actually, I have been approached by about 10 people about this, and I was waiting for somebody to come in here, and I'm going to give my business to somebody that's part of this network. So
it's going to explode because it's free. There's nothing better than free. That's probably the easiest thing I've ever seen. So I think that's what I'm excited about, is it's going to explode. And
I'll sign up under you for sure.
Outstanding. Thank you.
All right, Steph, please tell us.
So cool. That's so cool. I love hearing everybody's story. So there's a difference for me when I'm doing something where the alarm clock goes off and I'm excited to jump out of bed and I'm just full of joy, or hitting the alarm clock and going, oh God, I got to go to work. And I know the difference. I know when I'm doing the thing that I want to do, that I'm aligned with, that's more in line with my purpose, and my energy's better. I give more. I'm like, it's just the way we all should live, right? So there was a study that came out like 3 or 4 years ago. There was 1 billion people surveyed globally. Only 15% felt inspired by their work. And when I started this business, when I came into the online space about 3 or 4 years ago, I was doing network marketing, and I'm like, yeah, I like the product, but this just isn't my bag. This just isn't for me. But I learned marketing. I fell in love with marketing, and I was having a lot of fun with that, and created a coaching business doing first attraction marketing, and then helping people create their signature system and their high ticket offers. And in January, I was like, there's still something missing. I was starting to kind of like have that feeling of, yeah, this isn't quite it. And so I mentioned earlier, I kind of like did this self-reflection of like, what is it that I really want? What do I truly desire? And creativity is very important to me. So I went into creating this process that's called, it's the Genius Identity Code, and taking people through that to get their superpower, their gift, identify their purpose and their path of how, what I like to say, it's identify your superpower. It's how you use your superpower for the good of humanity, and then how you personally are going to take your superpower on its journey for the good of humanity. So your style of how you're going to market it, and your personality, and bring it out to the world. And so it's so cool to do that. And when you get literally your code, then this your personal mission statement. So my code is, I won't go into the code because it's a bunch of numbers and letters, but it stands for, I'm a creative possibility architect on a mission to help others fully express their message and execute their mission through freedom, adventure, and creativity. And so like naming these things gives them power. Like when we can name our gifts, it honors it and it gives it power. And when we can name our purpose and we can name our path, then we can make decisions that are in line with the direction that our soul is calling us to go, and it pulls us out of bed in the morning. It's exciting to get out of bed when the alarm clock goes off.
That's awesome. Thank you. That's great. That's exciting. You guys are all so awesome. I'm so happy that you came here tonight. So honored and such a pleasure to meet you all. So start this again for me. So as I said, then for myself, right now at this point, this is my baby. If anybody's interested in getting some incentives have been proven to be one of the most effective way to increase your sales, to get your influence up there, to make people feel really good and make people feel like they're appreciated. You know, if you're inviting somebody to a webinar or somebody joins your team or buys your product and you can give something to show them how much that they appreciate that, then that's great. That sets you apart from everybody else. But really what I want to do is get this thing going. I attended 2 events today, networking events online, at BNI meeting, and one was just an independent luncheon. And you know what? I was like, I'm going to start going to these events and taking what I don't like and then leaving that, right? Just using what I really like. And the whole breakout rooms, it kind of came from that idea, as well as a couple of people have suggested it. But I'm not going to charge, a lot like a lot of these do as well. I'm thinking $99 for a year, and I'll allow you to come to 1 meeting a week, so you'll see some of the same people and they'll see you again repeatedly, but that's about building that relationship, right? But there'll definitely be a whole whack of new people at every meeting, and I'm going to be open to ideas if you guys have things that you would like to see incorporated and all of that, because my passion is really bringing people together. And I absolutely love that, and I think that there's such a great possibility here and so much potential. So if you guys are interested in joining as a member and getting that, come to one more meeting first. I'm not going to actually even start that until I'm up to the eight people. We're getting there, but when I can see that I'm going to have at least 8 people consistently to a meeting every night, and my goal is to have 12 people at a meeting every night, then I'll be asking for that $99 and come on out every week and help me pack this room.
That's a fascinating concept, actually.
It is.
That sounds good.
What was
Yeah.
that?
I said that it sounds good.
Okay, great. So now what we're going to do is I've already drawn for the prize, and Keith, you are the winner. And so when you come back to your next meeting, you'll have a 5-minute spotlight where you'll be able to actually do a screen share and share your business. Okay.
I just might have to learn me how to do all that high-tech stuff. I'm just a simple caveman. All this high-tech stuff is crazy.
No problem. If you need help, we'll do like a practice run beforehand. How's that?
All right.
All right. And now you guys are going to be my guinea pigs to do a practice run, because I didn't even know about these breakout rooms until this morning. And so now we're going to see if I can figure it out. I thought actually what we'll do is maybe just do it twice, just do it once, and we'll do 3 in one room, 3 in another for 10 minutes. And then we'll just come back in here and we'll wrap it up.
Sounds good.
All right. So I'm going to put Steph and Ray and Heather in one room, and then the rest of us will just stay in here.
Okay.
And so let me see if I can figure out how to do this. Okay. Steph. And Ray and Heather. Okay, well, so actually add room, open all room options after 10 minutes. This is so much fun. I think that's right. Hopefully we'll see you guys in 10 minutes. Okay, we'll hopefully see you back here in 10.
Here it goes.
Okay.
Did it work?
Yep.
Oh, there we go. All right.
My upline and business I used to be in, when I was getting my life, I mentioned a minute ago that Heather's probably either in primary or HGI, because I was dealing with HGI as a life insurance / insurance thing or an investment thing. And when I was working on getting my life insurance license, my upline would always have me, not always, but once or twice a week, have me call in to a Zoom meeting. And then while I was on the Zoom meeting, he put me in a room by myself, and I'd be there studying while I was on Zoom by myself in a separate room, while he's on the other room doing his meetings and recruitment and all that other stuff. And after an hour or so, he'd bring me back into the other room, and we'd talk about what I'd been studying for an hour. It was a pain in the butt. But anyways, I don't know how it works, but I've seen it work before.
So what I wanted to actually maybe ask you guys is what have you guys found? Maybe Leslie, if you wouldn't mind starting, unless there's something else that you wanted to mention. But what have you guys found to be really successful online? Like what works with marketing for you guys? Unless you have something else to say.
Okay, to me, what I found to be, because I am a marketer, what I found to be successful is just being genuine, number one, being authentic, number two, because it was horrible. Like they were telling me I had to be somebody else, and I don't want to be anybody else. I want to be me. That creates resistance, in my opinion, because it's like you're trying to show up as something that you're not, So those were like the two main things. And number three, just coming in with no motive in mind to connect. I think I remember your question. I hope I'm not going.
Just chat.
Just it's social media. You come on to be social. Just be social. So I think it's helped me because I go with the intent just to connect with people. And whatever the universe throws my way from that connection, then that's what it is. But I find that's the easiest way to go about doing anything on social media, whether you have a business or not.
Mm-hmm.
We're living in times where it's not safe to just go everywhere. Some people are sickly, some people don't have transportation. So instead of feeling alone, go somewhere where everybody is hanging out and just have a party with it.
Yeah.
Cheers. Everybody knows your name.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for each other?
Keith, I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you talking about Tapestry by any chance?
Tapestry, yes, ma'am.
Tapestry, excellent Tapestry. Okay.
So you've heard of it too, huh?
Yeah. Somebody had told me about it in over a month ago, I think it was. And she was like, it's $10 for a year, sign up and refer some people. And I was like, well, what does it do? So when she explained like it used the data off of the phone and, the whole affiliate program thing, I was just concerned about getting paid for them using my information. If they're getting paid for it, I want to get a little bit of it too. So
actually, that $5 to $25 a month is getting a piece of the action. But yeah, that's one thing that I've always known. I think most people know in the back of their mind that all these apps are sharing your information. But I never really thought about it a whole lot until I watched the video on YouTube that I can share with people. I've got it. I'll link to it somewhere. But anyways, my upline shared this link to a video that the guy who created this app did. He owns another company, and that's what his company does, is he collects information from cell phones and sells the information. He says he makes millions of dollars selling people's information. And so he wanted to find a way to help other people sharing the action. So he created this app that everybody, with a free app that you might never use it. It doesn't matter because it's in the, just like all the other apps on your phone, because most of the apps on your phone are sharing your information. He said they're not honest about it. It's somewhere deep in the small print and the code that they're sharing your information. Guess how Google makes billions of dollars, and Facebook, everybody does. All these dating apps, every app out there pretty much shares your information. And so they're honest. Tapestry, they're honest about it. That's what we're here for, is we're sharing your information, but we're paying you to share your information. It ain't much, but it will build up eventually over time. And I've watching the videos, I found the way they're teaching people to do it. People that want to make money off of it, they're teaching a pretty rather simple way of doing it that gets you to a 6-figure income. Because I remember when I first saw that comp plan and then the training that they shared. You have to they shared it to the training is to share it with 100 people. 100 people, holy cow! I've been in network marketing for years. If you get one person, you're lucky. This is free. And then one thing I really remembered, because I've been in about a dozen different companies over the last 20 years, is they all say all you have to do is find two, and they find two, and they find two. That doesn't work. That never works. Unless you're extremely one in a quadrillion lucky and you get somebody else who's willing to be a runner, but it doesn't work though. Any network marketing is never as simple as they make it out. Oh, you just invite two, or like an Amway that both I and Chris, the other guy, Tony, whatever his name was. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names.
Was it Ray?
Ray, that's right. I'm sorry. But Amway was share 8, who share it with 6, who share it with 2. And I've been in Middlewooka, you share it with 10, I think it was, to share it with the other. And all of them simplified to share it with just a few people, who share it with just a few people, but it never works that way. One thing I've learned is the average successful multi-level marketing guru you see on stage has at least 80 to 100 people that they personally sponsored, usually a couple hundred people they personally sponsored. And it costs money to do that. Like Ray was talking about, the auto ship. That's the worst thing about most multi-level marketing companies and affiliate marketing companies. You got to sell stuff and keep selling stuff in order to keep making money. Whereas here, it's an app. Nobody ever goes in their phone and, oh, I don't use that app. Still leave that. Or well, rarely does anyways. I've done it before. They're trying to find extra room on the phone to go and delete apps you don't use. But it's rare. But anyways, just you're getting paid for something that, and there is a few minor usages for it that who cares? They tell you how many people were at a place you went to. Who cares? I don't know. That's all the data they share is that you are one of 100 people at a certain location.
Kind of. There was an app. Oh geez, was it a Google app? And you would open it up, and it'll tell you like how many of your friends or something checked into an area or was in the area. And I'm like, this is so stalkerish.
Right.
Well, back to what you were saying, you're absolutely right about network marketing, get the two and the whole thing. And the part of it is like, there's certain words, like I'm a person that I pay attention to certain words and how they use and try to be very mindful with my words. You're not getting anybody. It's like, to me, it's like you're snatching them off the street and you're bringing them in and you're like, dump them here. And like a lot of the people that build those large teams is because they have a large sphere of influence of people. Sometimes it doesn't matter what it is, they're going to jump on it.
Influencers.
Yeah. So they built a large influence, or they made a certain amount of money in a company before. And if they move, then those people follow along with them.
Absolutely.
And there's a way for anybody to do it, honestly, but I'm a person, I don't want just everybody. I want people that are aligned with me, that it's whatever I have would be aligned with them. And it's something that they want to do, not just for the money. Like what about the product? What about the service? And a lot of people, they skip past that. They're like, look at the comp plan. I don't care about the comp plan. I want to know,
exactly.
I want to know, how is this going to help me?
Yeah.
what can this product do for me, or this service do for me? Because if it does for me and I find other people, or I come in contact, so to speak, with other people that it can help them, the comp plan is going to work itself out. So even as an affiliate marketer, and there's some people that, you know, come into our environment or our community and they're asking me about the comp plan. I don't know. I said, I don't even look at the leaderboard. Like, sometimes people would have to tell me that my name is on there, you know, and I'm like, I don't look there because I'm focusing on using what I have for myself and helping others that need it. So how it works, I still don't know how it works. It's been years because that's not my, you know, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the benefits and the value. So yeah, but Tapestry, sorry, my dogs are being
What's
around.
wrong with that?
Yeah, I have an iPhone. I haven't been able to get the app yet. So
It doesn't launch till next week, actually. iPhone just allowed it, just authorized it, whatever the word is for it, just within the last day or so. Google did a few weeks ago, or Android did a few weeks ago. Apple just authorized it a few days ago. They just started beta today, so it should be next week before it actually launches. The thing is, anybody that gets in before they launch is $10 for the first year.
yeah.
And then $10 a month after that. Those are fees to do the website and all that kind of stuff that they have. Because the app's making millions of dollars from selling their data. And then the $10 a month that you pay is for administration fees. But anybody that signs up to be an affiliate, I mean, because anybody can do it for free. But anybody that signs up before the app actually launches next week, they assume it's going to be next week or so, depending on how beta works. But yeah, it's $10 for the first year, and then it's $10 a month after that. Anybody that signs up as an affiliate after launch is $10 a month to start with, and anybody can do it for free. Just like any affiliate marketing, most affiliate marketing programs, it's like 2 levels deep. First level, anybody can do it for free. Get the app, you get the first level for free. Share the first level for free.
Yeah.
If you do the affiliate program, you get the second level for free. Once you reach a certain level called super affiliate, which just means you've got 10 other people under you that are sharing it, then you get 50% profit sharing, as well as $1 per first level. First 2 levels, $1 per person that you share it with. Once you become a super affiliate and you have 10 affiliates under you, then you become super affiliate, and that's when you start getting 50% profit sharing on the first 2 levels. And like I mentioned a minute ago, the sharing it with 100 people thing, they have a video that I watched about what they're suggesting people do. Everybody share it with 100 people, and once you're 2 levels deep, you're making $20,000 a month if everybody's sharing it with 100 people. I mean, granted, most people ain't going to do that, but some people are going to make a mistake and share it with 200 people. So,
Awesome.
So
If I
I just
could
figure it's something over time.
go up, Keith, I just wanted to ask everybody how it went in the other room.
Great.
Wonderfully. Really, really nice.
Fun.
I wish we had more time.
So I kind of came up with a question that I presented, and then we went off and talked about whatever we wanted. What did you guys talk about?
We asked a little more in depth on their business, on Ray and Heather. I found out a little bit more about their businesses.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
a little bit of feedback then, if anybody can give me any feedback or ideas, or what you liked, what you don't like. If we should do more rooms, shorter rooms, bigger rooms. What do you guys think?
May I?
Yes, please.
Wow. If there's going to be 3 people in the room, we need more time.
Okay.
I think we could have used more time.
And then when you get more people, it's more people in the room. Sorry, Ray.
I'm personally a little bit long-winded. A little bit, because there's a lot of I don't want to give out a presentation in a room. I'm not. That's not the point. But I am a little long-winded, just a little bit. You know what I mean? So I had to stop myself and be like, hey, listen, guys, I don't want to take up all the time. So I gave the floor to them.
I think probably depending on if it was 3 or 4, whatever time you decide to have, just divide it by that number of people and do like a timer, kind of like you were doing too, just so everybody gets, the same amount of time.
Yeah.
So how do you think I should do that? Maybe should I just appoint somebody to facilitate the room?
Either
or
appoint
just
or volunteer or whatever. Yeah, either way.
Yeah, okay, ask for a volunteer to somebody who'll kind of keep an eye on that. Or do you think that just reminding people, be courteous, like Ray said, everybody, a lot of people like to be long-winded, but if we remember that other people want to talk too, do you think that just reminding them, or should there be somebody facilitating a room?
Personally, I would set a timer. I don't think anybody intentionally, when you start talking and you're into your thing that people are excited about, they're going to talk, and no one's really watching the clock. But if we just say, okay, if you say, everybody has this much time, and you don't have to be like a Nazi about it, but just, hey, sorry, I don't know if that, is even appropriate. Just have everybody, it's kind of like divided up like a pie. So.
Okay, that's great. Anything else?
I agree with that. Just being aware of time, because I could just be talking to everybody, for so long and not realize. I didn't realize that much time passed until one of you popped back up on the screen. I'm like, wow.
Right.
Yeah. It was fun. It was fun.
One thing, the only time I've experienced similar situation with breakout groups, I used to be in a online training thing where he's training you how to do online marketing, and he would have breakout groups on his Zoom calls every week, and every time he did breakout, there'd be dozens and dozens and dozens of people on there because he's a big name guru. Maybe you've heard of him. I can't remember his name. Anyways, he would always do these breakout groups and split, like, I'm not sure how he split it up, but you split up into breakout groups, and one person or one or two people would talk the whole time, and I always felt like I never got heard on what I was trying to get across. So breakout groups is a very complicated thing, and as you get more people, it's going to get even more complicated. So
right. Okay.
I'm not even sure. Maybe you don't even want to do it, because with the format that you had, with the 3 minutes or 2 minutes or whatever to present yourself and then to present your business, maybe go around the whole group and do that again if anybody wants to. But I've never been real comfortable with the whole breakout group thing, and by my experience. But
okay,
I'm probably biased because I never got heard. This time I got heard too much, I believe.
Exactly, and see that's why I feel kind of bad, like interrupting people and stuff like that. But like I said, I was at 2 of these meetings today, and the exact same thing. A couple people get going, and they don't mean
Next
to.
thing you know,
they don't mean to. I don't. People don't mean to. It's like Steph said, they get passionate about it. They just start talking, don't even realize. So Crypto Ray or Heather, you guys have both been quiet. Have you got anything that you can add or feedback for me?
No, I think it was good. It's just like Steffi said, if you just tell people, like if you do a room of 3, if you did do the breakout room, say, okay, everybody gets 2 minutes and have it for like 6 minutes or something. I think if we just had like another minute, we would have had enough time for everybody to, to say, enough of what they were trying to say. But I think Steffi kind of got shorted a little bit.
Well, I mean, and that was fine. I really enjoyed listening to you guys.
No, I know, but I'm just, if there had been like 6 minutes instead of 5 minutes, it probably would have been enough time. Everybody got a little bit more time. Or if you don't do the breakout room, after you're, like he said, everybody talks for a minute, maybe go back around and just have people say, which I know I've been in BNIs, they do that sometimes too. What are you looking for this week? Is there a specific, your ideal client or something we can exactly help you with as a group, or if there's something you're struggling with. I mean, sometimes we're all struggling with something that if we just put it out there, somebody else has the answer because they've already dealt with it.
I really like that.
Tell me something that I didn't know, or, some of y'all have walked, other shoes that I haven't. And so you'd be able to help me with something. So just be able to tell people, like, is there something you're struggling with or something specific you're looking for that I can, help you with?
Awesome. Steph, were you going to say something?
No, I just really like that idea. Actually, probably better than you only have so much time, right? So, and And it may, and that might not work if everybody's in totally different like industries or whatever, but it's almost like that is kind of like a mini mastermind, just that last little bit. If anybody, if you're struggling with somebody and somebody else just having a different, even maybe it's even better to have it because you're coming from a totally different angle, you know, to hear what you're having to say, because it's so, we get so many blind spots that having a fresh perspective is sometimes could be like, it could be a $1 million idea or whatever, you know? So, so anyway, I think that's a great idea, Heather.
Right. And you know what, actually the idea that just came to me is it kind of opens the door too for people that have the solution, maybe even if they don't, you know, have a chance to elaborate or to really dissect it or really get into it in the meeting. But say somebody says, oh, I'm struggling with this. And then those who have a solution can reach out afterwards and say, you know what, I had that problem too. And this is what I did, kind of thing. Because, you know, that's the thing, is that we really are struggling. You know, I'm not all of us, obviously, but there's a lot of us. I know that there's some areas where I'm really struggling. And, you know, I've never had a mentor or anything. So to be able to have somebody reach out to me and say, you know what, Carrie, I have a way to help you in that area. I would love that. I would appreciate that so much, rather than just knowing somebody's going to try to sell me something, you know? Ray,
I see it as sharing, and I'm in agreement with my friends, my now friends. You know, I'm in agreement with them, and you know, we just didn't have enough time to really dig in. You know what I mean? Although, like I said, I wasn't trying to be salesy. I was just trying to let them know what's going on with me and why I'm with the company that I'm with, because it is truly different from everything else. But my explanation would have took a little bit longer. So a little bit more time is definitely awesome. Now, and I don't know how you feel about this, but after you do one breakout group with the three that you have, it would be nice to hear the other three.
right.
You know what I mean? Like switch them up. But I mean, I know we're
I
under
just
time
don't know how to break
constraints.
it up.
Huh?
Yeah,
I just don't know how to, I have no problem with that. I'm trying to figure it out. I've got my pad out here and I'm going, okay, this person in the first room and then, you know, just trying to
Well,
match.
when it's like this, 6 of us, I'm thinking it's kind of easy. Well, no, it's not, is it?
Not
Because
really.
it's like
it's
a
going to get more
puzzle.
complicated as you want people.
It's like a puzzle, but yeah. I mean, that would have been cool. You know, listen, if Zoom had a random button, like you click and it'll randomly, uh, you know, pick the people you're going to talk to, that would be awesome. But yeah, if you're going to do it manually, it is a little tough.
Okay.
But all I wanted was a little bit more time, so that everybody would be comfortable enough to explain everything that they had to explain. You know what I mean? But I will confess this: I gave them my contact information, and I have Heather's because she put it in the chat. But you know, Steph has my number, and if you know they like what they heard from me, they're gonna text me, and then from there, I can ask them go a little bit deeper about what they're doing. You know what I mean? And you never know who can help who. You know?
Absolutely. Now, everybody's going to have everyone's information. I'm going to be putting
Oh,
those
that's right.
packages tonight and send them all out to everybody. And, you know, that's the point here, right? Is that we're going to be reaching out to each other
Yes.
and without just feeling like, oh, what are they going to try to sell me, right?
Yes. Yeah. So
I
we're all real people here.
I have a suggestion as well, because I have been in quite a few breakout Zoom rooms. I don't know how to do that stuff. But usually every 8 or 9 weeks or so, there's 100 of us that are on a Zoom, and that's how they configure it in the background. How, I don't know. But also, even though we're doing the extra connecting, I like the idea of having like a set time for everyone and just, you know, someone to hold accountable. But maybe like a little bit of what Heather was saying is like have a direct purpose for that breakout room. And that's something that we did, where there's like a whole bunch of people in there. But when we did break out, Of course, we were on for longer periods of time, so we had several different breakouts. But when we had the breakout sessions, it was one particular thing that we were all focusing on while we were in that session. So, like Heather was saying, if somebody has, let's say, if they need help in a certain area, and even though we're all doing different things, but we're all entrepreneurs. And just because our niche may be different, or exactly what we do in the niche may be different, like we're humans first. So we may be encountering different things that we can help one another with, or even if it's words of encouragement, if we're going along, or, something. I'm always looking for a way. But I think just having like a specific topic for that breakout room, because we all can talk about a million things in regards to our business, but if we just narrow on the one thing because we have a short amount of time, it'll be great.
Okay, that's a great idea. Okay, perfect. So I'll come up with some good topics. Maybe if you guys can send any ideas of really great topics that you'd like to see in a breakout room, that would be great.
Okay.
So, okay, so I'm going to wrap it up in just a minute. Does anybody have anything else that you would like to add before we go?
I don't want to go.
Well, by all means, if you guys want to stay, we can keep it open for another hour.
Oh, I would love to stay. Unfortunately, I've got a little one already pulling at me.
Yeah,
That
I gotta
she's-
run too.
So I'm going to go. But I really enjoyed meeting all of you. I would love to come back and talk more. And I love that you're going to send out everybody's information so we can make
Yeah.
time to contact each other and get a little more information about which each of us do.
Yeah.
Because I would definitely love to hear more. And I'm grateful for this, Carrie. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
Oh,
thank you.
thank
Carrie,
you.
too.
There was actually one thing that I totally forgot to mention. I'm actually making this into a meetup. So I'm going to be starting that tonight and building a meetup page.
All right. Well, just send me the info. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, I gotta
Okay.
run too,
Well,
Carrie.
hey,
Thank you guys. So nice meeting y'all.
Heather, oh dang, I wanted to tell her something. Well, Carrie, if you could communicate it, well, I can communicate it to her.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know, guys, this is totally weird, and I am not affiliated by this in any way. It's just that I'm diabetic and have issues with my eyes. I ran into I was on Instagram and I saw a commercial for eye health, right? And this thing called VisiClear, right? You can buy it at Walmart, $34, but on the website it was for $69. Listen, real quick. It's supposed to restore your vision if you have bad vision, but what interests me in it is that it creates stem cells, natural stem cells for your body. And when the body creates natural stem cells, it goes to the bad areas in your body.
Really?
And kind of regenerates your organs. You know what I mean? I wanted Heather to hear it, but she went off because of her husband. Her husband is going through that pancreatic cancer and stuff. You know, stem cells help. I'm not affiliated in any way, and I don't have a link. I don't know nothing. All I did was I ran into it, and you can Google it for yourself. It's called VISI Clear. Yeah, but I'll try to talk to her about it. She can look into it. But the natural seaweed and algae of the ocean help you create your own natural stem cells, adult stem cells, which go to organs that need regenerations. So,
Wow.
but anyway, that was just me putting it in there. I wanted to tell her, but I didn't get a chance. That's it.
Well, there you go. Reach out to her.
Yeah,
For sure.
definitely. Yo, this was really wonderful. I like this. This is cool. I forgot your name. Let me see. Glester? Glessy?
Yeah.
Glessy? I'm originally from New York also. I was born in Brooklyn and raised in Manhattan at 135th and Broadway, between Broadway and Riverside.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm
I
originally,
sound like a New Yorker.
yeah,
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Oh, wow.
Wakefield in the Bronx, East 241st Street, but I live in Phoenix, Arizona now. I packed up and I drove across country 9 years.
You got smart and got out.
Now you got parking.
Yeah.
But I miss those hot dogs, those 80s subrets in the cars, man. I miss those.
Yeah. Oh man, street food. As they say, the dirty food was the best food.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm Dominican.
Uh,
Uh, well, I was born in Brooklyn, but my parents are Dominican, so I'm first generation American.
nice. Ooh, but not Dominica, Jamaica.
Ah, cool. See, there you go. We're neighbors. Don't worry. Every time I go to New York, I tell my family, do not cook for me. Do not cook for me. I'm going downstairs to go find a pizza shop or a hot dog cart or something. But
I love
don't cook for me. Yeah, man.
Haven't been home in like 5 years, but I'm the same way. I'm like, I'm eating street food the whole time I'm here.
Oh
Because
my God.
I mean, in Arizona, the only thing that you can really get like authentic and it's a massive amount of it is Mexican food. I love Mexican food, but like, sometimes I want the Dominican food, you know, sometimes I want, you know, the Indian food. Like I like to eat different cultures of food. And out here, you can get, especially Chinese food. Like if you find duck sauce, that's like hitting the lotto.
For real? Oh my God, man.
There's no duck sauce here. So when I go home, that's all I want to do is just eat out on the street for usually 3 or 4 days. And when I come back, I got to do a detox because
Yes, 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 yes. I like the fried pork rinds. Keith, you gotta have if you ever go into New York, you gotta have the fried pork rinds from the Dominicans up on the up in Washington Heights, the Upper East Side, right? That's like 155th and up. They sell fried pork rinds with the meat on it. That stuff is so good. That stuff is so good. I love it. All right, that was it. I just wanted to share that.
love it.
All right. Well, listen, guys, have a great night, and we'll talk soon.
thanks, guys. This was awesome. Carrie, when are you doing another one?
Every night.
Oh, every single night. I thought it was weekly.
Well, 5 nights a week. The only night I don't have is Friday night because I observe the Shabbat, and Saturday night because Saturday night's with my girlie. So, but what does that leave? Sunday to Thursday?
Sunday to Thursday.
Every night. And I mean, I'm open to if I can get these rooms packed every night, I'll hold a second meeting in a day.
So what is your goal? Like to have 12 people or?
12 people in a meeting, yeah. And like I said, I'm going to be offering the membership, so there will be some repeat people. You know, you can come once a week, and yeah, and that I'm going to have the meetup. So on the meetup, there'll be a place where you can fill out your profile and put all of your information in that as well. And I'll be off anybody that wants to send me their information with some pictures and stuff. I'll actually build you a one-page ad. So my goal with this is to do everything that I possibly can to help you guys. I want to make this the best networking group online.
Awesome.
And the other thing to be awesome is, like Steph mentioned a minute ago, is having a kind of a mastermind group come out of it. Because
that rang for me as well. I heard that too.
Yeah, right. I mean, I've always having a good mastermind group is the most powerful thing I believe any person can do, is to have somebody to bounce ideas off of, and like you, I think you mentioned it as well, and Steph talking about seeing that where other people are coming from. I got that from men's group in my church, and prayer groups and stuff, is having other people to share your problems with, and then just kind of having a mastermind for life and everything, but that would be a lot more complicated and a lot harder to do to turn it into a real good mastermind group. I guess just the more you continue to do this program, and having people on to share with each other, then I guess everybody's going to kind of migrate and towards people that they connect with, and natural and a mastermind group. I'm thinking if you continue to do it like you're thinking, that at some point a mastermind group will evolve out of it, and that would be really awesome.
Absolutely, I agree. And, you know, I mean, you guys, again, bringing it to the table, ideas of ways to do that. And not only that, you know, I'm always open to anybody who wants to run with this themselves. Like say one of you guys wanted to run a mastermind, you know, and I would put it out to everybody that, you know, we're going to have a mastermind this night. And so, I mean, again, I'm open to all kinds of ideas. You guys bring your experience to the table, you know, so let's collaborate. Let's make this a great thing.
I love masterminds. I go to one every Wednesday night. You know, it's only about marketing, different topics, but being that it's similar to this, because even though we're all in there for one particular purpose, which is marketing, these are people from different, you know, they have different businesses. But like we were saying before, how some people may have, like, let's say, issues in one department, everybody chimes in. So I like once you continue doing these and taking down like the suggestions and, you know, seeing where like the top things are, the let's say 3 top things, and you can mastermind around those topics because they're coming up for a reason.
Yeah, that's good. See?
Yeah, they're coming up for a reason. So I think that, you know, you recording them, you taking your notes is good. And then you can flourish and you can have 3 masterminds, let's say 4. Once every week, this one day is dedicated to this issue, that issue. And then, you know, well, I shouldn't say issue, but this topic, right? Because
Yeah.
they're going to come up for a resolution. And
I love that.
I think that would be a great idea. And, you know, when you do your membership, now they know this particular day, this is what I can come on and talk about. Or, okay, I don't need to join this one. Maybe I'll choose another day where I'll meet other entrepreneurs and we'll just mingle, you know, just some ideas.
Yeah, that's awesome.
idea.
Is that open, that mastermind that you go to on Wednesday? Is it open to, if you could share with me, if you could send me that information, I'd love to check that out.
Sure. Yeah.
My issue is that not all my nights are free. Like I had to stop attending, you know, one of my meetings today, you know, to be here.
Right.
But I'm usually available on Mondays.
Okay. Well, like I said, everybody's welcome to come once a week, right? Because can't have the same people every night, right? So once a week, and then we mix it, and then, you know, I'll be able to mix and match and make sure that every meeting that you do come to, there will be some people that you've met before that you'll be able to reconnect with, and a lot of people that you've never met before.
Okay, cool.
That would be awesome.
Great to have, like, let's say I come to another one and I may see Ray, and then I go to another one and I see Keith.
Exactly.
It'd be good for the new people because they're like, oh, they're coming back. So this
Right.
here again. Wait, this must be good. There must, you know, there's value here. Let me keep coming once a week. So
That's awesome. Now, did you guys really feel like you really connected with people tonight? I felt we really had a good connection.
I believe so.
yeah, I enjoyed it because I've dabbled in crypto before and lost money in crypto. So the thing that Keith, the tapestry, that's something I'm involved in. I don't even talk about it except for, you know, something comes up with a friend. I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I got in with this thing for $10 for the first year.
I heard of tapestry.
Yeah, tapestry. Yeah. What's her name? Steph. Like, I like what she was talking about, the journaling and, you know, all of those things and how she put together a code. You know, I journal a lot. I like to write affirmations, say affirmations. So it's like, what's her name again? Oh God, I'm forgetting her name. Huh?
Is it Heather?
Heather.
Yeah.
Heather. Oh, yeah, she was the other one.
And the finances and things like that. I mean,
Heather.
that's so important, you know, and coming from the healthcare field, just knowing like when your loved one is sick, and a lot of people worry about things like that. Like, it's a genuine concern. It should be, you know, people should be a little bit more prepared. And one more person I'm forgetting. Am I forgetting somebody else?
No, Stephanie and Heather.
Oh, it's me.
Oh, you're forgetting Blizzy. That's you.
But, you know, I connected with everybody that was here on a different, on a different level. And I like the variety that everybody is doing something different.
Mhm.
And that's what it should be all about,
Yeah.
That's great.
I just
Oh, yeah,
want to chime
Glessy,
in. I'm gonna chime in real quick, Glessy. With mine, I'm taking that stigma away of losing money with crypto. I'm taking that away. So
Mhm.
I definitely want to talk to you about that, Ray.
yeah, you guys have to like know what it is that I'm into or who I'm working with to feel more confident, because my founders are like no other founders in the world. Okay. I'm here we go, and I'm sorry. My founder is Ryan Shu and his partner Sam Lee. You can Google these guys anywhere online, and you can see what they're doing. You know
Okay.
that they're already billionaires. These guys are billionaires, so they
I'll
don't need our
talk to you
money.
about it. I'll
Yeah,
talk to you about it because I don't have any crypto left anymore. Because I had 10 of them that was stolen. I still had a couple more than that, but
yeah.
again, after my husband took everything and then I was trying to evade homelessness, I ended up having to spend the rest of it. And now I look and it's like,
Listen,
I
one of
don't
my,
think about I don't think about it, but I would love to start stacking a little bit again.
I'm gonna
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you guys something. I'm gonna tell you, and this is a general rule. It's better to earn crypto than buy it.
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah.
You know, it's better to
Absolutely.
earn.
Put it to work. I mean,
A lot of
because I
companies
mean,
pay by crypto now.
especially with
Yeah.
trading, and I don't know if that's what it is that you guys are doing with trading, because obviously if you have good traders that have a good
Okay. So
AI
let me
and
tell you something. Let me tell you something. And
Dude.
this is something. This is general information.
Uh-huh.
I stay away. I now stay away from companies that trade. I stay away from them. Why?
okay,
Because Hyperfund has spoiled me.
okay,
Ryan Shu and Sam Lee were billionaires before they started. They bought a mining farm called BW back in 2017. It cost them $100 million, and they paid for that bad boy cash. That is
Wow.
producing them $20 million a year now. Okay.
okay.
Don't doubt it.
So
Don't doubt it.
what's going on is I want you to picture this in your head. Imagine if
Keep
you're
it quick. It's not presentation time right now.
yeah, yeah. I'm not presenting, but I'm just giving you the idea of what it is that I'm involved with.
Okay.
So imagine you're the king of a city, and you have a laundromat, you have a bank, you have a mall, you got a theater, you got grocery stores, right? If you have that, but if you don't have any citizens, then what is the city making money? Is it profitable?
Okay.
It's not,
No.
right? So what they did was they're building a community of people, and they started creating an ecosystem around that community. And what happens is we get rewarded for being part of that community and building it. We get rewarded for being part of it and building it. Okay,
All right.
so it's a really beautiful situation, and it doesn't involve trading, because what
Okay.
happens is Sam Lee and Ryan Shu, they were angel investors, and they invested in many other companies. Like okay, you know crypto. They own 3% of Binance.
Mm.
Oh, well,
Binance is the largest trading platform that there is online.
yeah.
So they bought a 3% share of that so many years ago. So they've invested in so many other companies, and they get they earn money from the fees of trading of people who trade. So they don't trade themselves, but
Yeah.
they earn the fees from the companies that they own, and
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying. And we get paid
Okay.
from that. We get paid from that.
All
So
right. Well, you and I can chat.
definitely.
I mean, yeah, I'd like to start.
I would like to see what it, um,
What was that, Leslie?
huh?
What was that, Leslie?
I would like to see what it is too, because like I did get into some crypto stuff, from several years ago. I have lost some, and now I just play around with Bitcoin, getting Bitcoin on my Cash App, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm afraid. Like I bought a separate computer to do all my crypto transactions. I kept all my keys, but it wasn't really anything, let's say, that I did that I was negligent in. Is just the company, how we had it. Company No, it didn't scam. It shut down and they didn't tell us how to move it adequately. And a lot of people were just moving their crypto all over. And I said, no, I need to know that my crypto was safe, especially because it was backed up by an asset. It wasn't backed up by an idea. But nonetheless, you know, things happen and, you know, I move forward. I have gone into Forex trading where some people trade crypto. I've traded gold and things like that. But that's totally, when you deal with money, you have to understand what type of money it is, or what type of currency rather, because you know, money is relative. You have to know like what kind of currency that you're dealing with, and with trading, it's always a risk.
Yeah.
You know, and anything, you know, that you do that you have to invest some money, you know, is always a risk. But I think that a lot of people are not educated enough on the risk that they're taking and how to properly secure it. So I would like to see what you guys are doing. I like the idea of an ecosystem. I know that they're building, I think in Africa, they have not completed it yet, but I know they were building like a city based off of crypto.
That's Acons.
Yeah, I read about that.
Yeah, it's a beautiful idea.
Yeah, so like things like that to me is like interesting. Like what you can have a whole crypto city, you know. But yeah, it's still interesting, and I'm reaching out to everybody that's on here. You know, Carrie wants to share the information because I genuinely like to know what people do and just get a better understanding about what it is. I don't like to make assumptions. So, you know, by getting the information and looking at what you guys do, it leaves me informed about it. And even if it's something that I don't take advantage of for myself, when I'm networking out there, I'm a type of person to say, hey, I know Ray does this, I know Keith does this, I know Carrie does that, or I see something on Facebook and somebody's looking for something, I tag them, like, you know, like, I may help you with this. And to me, that's what networking should be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I like when I connect with people, I like to know what they do. So, you know, not only just for my own self, but you know, for us as well.
Yes. Excellent.
Perfect.
That's beautiful. So
All right, well,
I'm definitely reaching out to everybody. Once Carrie sends me your information, believe me, I'm gonna say hi to everybody.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to wrap it up because I do have a full night. The rest of the night, I'll be up till about 2 in.the.morning tonight.
Wow.
But one of the things I'll be working on is getting those packages out to everybody tonight. So I haven't even checked, but if anybody hasn't filled out their bio yet, please send it to me. And when I send that out, I'll also be sending this recording. So it only recorded the one room, unfortunately, couldn't record both rooms. So, but whoever was in that, you guys were in that other room, you'll be able to see what went on in our room.
Okay, cool.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed this. You know, thank you for inviting me. Everybody that came here, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on here again, and also in the internet and inboxes and everything. So we can continue building relationships.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming. God bless, and we will definitely see y'all later.
Yes. Bye.
See y'all later.
Good night.
See ya, Keith. Bye, Carrie. Thank you.
Thanks, y'all. Have a good night.
Bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.